thank you all for inviting us, and thank you for your service to our country and to the community. My wife and I make it out to the Marana Cemetery each year for Memorial Day, and we're just blessed to have this in our community. And I just want to thank, I know that it's a big effort from all of you for all of your parts on that. Again, my name is Michael Quinn. This is my wife Bonnie. We're going to tell you a little bit about the organization, why we started Rockin' for Heroes. This is our 4th year coming up, November 10th. Okay, at 12 noon at James Creek Park, which is in Oro Valley, right by CDO High School. This is, as I mentioned, our 4th year, and we'll be kicking gates open at 12:30. Is that right, Bonnie? Mm-hmm. Okay, and Bonnie will tell us a little bit about why we started the event and a couple other things, and then I'll come back, and then we'll be out of your hair. How's that?
Thank you for the opportunity to have us come out and talk about Rockin' for Heroes. So the story of Rockin' for Heroes for us is a very personal one. We lost our son to bone cancer at age 29. That was in 2020, and during that final year of his life, after a very long battle, 13 years off and on, we had Golden Ranch Fire and Oro Valley Police at our house quite a bit to have him transported to the hospital. And they were just amazingly compassionate and professional, and they put us at ease, they put our son at ease. So when he passed, and they were there that day, he passed as well, it became very heavy on our hearts to show respect to them and our gratitude for what they had done. At the same time, Michael is a Navy veteran, and we also have a history of serving our Gold Star community through volunteering for grief counseling service. So we've served Gold Stars on a national level and also locally by supporting Gold Star Mothers of Arizona, Southern Arizona, and Reads Across America. So these 4 hero groups. The first responders who I've mentioned were specifically Golden Ranch and Oro Valley Police. It could have easily been any department in Southern Arizona who we honor here. With the heart for service that they have, they're all equally reliable, and we're very fortunate to have them living in our communities and serving us. So active first responders, active military, veterans, and Gold Star families. That is 4 behind Rockin' for Heroes. So instead of just baking cookies to take to the fire station and thank the police department and the fire department, we wanted to go big. We wanted to be more public with this demonstration of gratitude. So Rockin' for Heroes was a gradual evolving to get to the point to make it a public tribute concert. But we saw this as an opportunity to bring our community together coming out of COVID, and have them be aware of these public servants who are there every day for us, whether there's COVID raging or a violent storm or whatever the case is. They are there to serve us and protect us. So part of our mission for Rockin' for Heroes is not just to pay tribute to these groups, it's also to raise awareness of that they're in our communities, they're living among us, and we need to acknowledge and express our gratitude to them. And also we want to inspire younger people to consider these careers in public service. They're selfless careers, and where there might not be a mindset that they're thinking about that as they grow up, we're trying to put this right in front of them by having this very public event. So that's one of the ways we achieve our mission, is by having Rockin' for Heroes, and it is a free concert that we offer to the public. We don't want any barriers of entry, so we make sure that it's free, and we rely on business sponsors and private donors and grants to make this happen. And then the other way we achieve our mission is a hero fund that we'll talk about a little bit longer, and that allows us to support these hero groups long after the music ends. So this was a very personal mission for us to start this, but it's grown and brought in a lot of people to make it happen, including Pat and Kathy here and other volunteers. We're all volunteers, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit.
I think you stole all my thunder.
Okay.
I have notes about it. You got 501c3 work. So Bonnie said, we're all volunteers. We've been blessed. We had a business. I was very successful in business, and we're able to support the organization as well as volunteer our time. And what we found is that there's a lot of other people that want to come alongside and donate their skills and services. Like we have a web designer, we have a public relations person, we have And of course, we have our production, our executive producer. There's a lot of Up With People alumni in Tucson, if you all remember that name of that organization. And many of them are very talented individuals, and we happen along. Well, we don't believe in happenstance. We believe God put this on our hearts and put people in our lives to make this happen. We put on 3. This will be our 4th event, and it's very professionally staged. In the video you saw, it was 99 degrees October 15th of last year, and people were all in the shades underneath all the trees, so you may not have seen them all. But we had Juan Ciscomani, Eli Crane, Gabby Giffords, a lot of local
Mayors,
all the mayors, and anyway, and they all come forward and pay tribute to those. There was one of the things that we realized along the way. So what our desire, Rockin for Heroes is 2 words: thank you, and thank you, and that's why we do this. It's a personal thing, as my wife said, because of our story about our son, and we want to continue this effort. We would like you all to help us bring awareness to the community, to the veteran community, as well as first responder community, and your contacts. And if you do social media, like our page, share on your pages, that kind of thing. We don't need any money. We're blessed. We have some sponsors that have been a very strong sponsor. I mean, if you want to donate, we're still building out the Hero Fund. Did you talk about the scholarship fund?
No.
So the first year of our event, we honored, I volunteered time for an organization called Honor and Remember. Some of you may know, be aware of them. They have hand-embroidered flags they give to Gold Star families, and they're beautiful tokens of their appreciation and of our country. The Honor and Remember flag is the official flag for our fallen in the state of Arizona and 23 other states. It's before Congress now to be listed as the official symbol for our fallen. Honor and Remember. Please look that up when you get a chance. Honor and Remember, after a number of years, the town of Oro Valley flies it on their flagpole. I was instrumental. We worked hard to get that. Other municipalities fly it. As I said, it's the official symbol for the state, and we're working on getting that over the line for the country.
And the other flag that's part of that foundation is the Honor and Sacrifice
After
flag.
the Dallas, remember when there was a number of Dallas
The
police
fallen
officers that were shot and killed, they came to us and said, what about a symbol for the first responders, the fallen first responder community? And so a symbol for the first responder community was developed called Honor and Sacrifice. And the Honor and Sacrifice flag on our first event, this is how God works in our lives. In our first year of our event, there was a young man that was shot and killed, was an EMT, a young EMT grad, 20 years old, Jacob Dindinger, was in Tucson when some lunatic went crazy and killed a few people, and eventually he was killed. But anyway, we spoke to their parents through an intermediary. Danny Sharp, our former police chief in Oro Valley, connected us with the family, and we wanted to honor them, and we did, and
with an Honor and Sacrifice
flag. We did a Gold Star family that first year, and a Honor and Sacrifice. So we did both flags.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so at each of our Rockin for Heroes concerts, we have a 30-minute tribute portion that is the core of Rockin for Heroes and why we do what we do and who we're celebrating there. And we finish the concert. It's a great concert, and that's a lot of fun. Food trucks, beer and wine tent. It's a wonderful day. But that 30-minute ceremony is what we are all about. And during that 30-minute ceremony, we acknowledge veterans there. Last year it was 2 World War II veterans, as you saw in the video. But we also present an Honor and Sacrifice and an Honor and Remember flag to the families of 2 fallen heroes. And we gave one to Jacob Dindir's family that year, as I said. And then all these years later, well, it's really only been 4, but feels like an eternity, we were aware that the Dindingers wanted to create a scholarship in their son's name at Pima Community College, where he studied EMT. But due to some health challenges that the family had, and just life got in the way, they were not able to do it. So we were very blessed that through our Hero Fund with Rockin for Heroes, we approached the Dindingers and asked them, would you like us to research this and find out the process? Yes. And then 6 to 8 months later, they still weren't able to run with it. So we said, do you mind if we fund it and start it and create it in his name with you? And they were humbled, and they were so happy that we did that. And so that was just launched in August, and the first recipient is coming up in the fall semester.
This is unbelievable.
And that's a story in itself. This first recipient.
It's a 39-year-old woman.
She's wonderful.
And our people reached out to her. Our Kim Kimbrio reached out to our PR person. Anyway, she reached out, and she couldn't help herself but say, "Why is a 39-year-old woman seeking a career in EMT studies?" And she said, "Well, about 3 months ago, I was working in a bakery. I've been in the service industry all my life, and I love serving other people, as a waitress and stuff like that. And she was working in a bakery by the U of A, and this horrible thud, this accident occurred right outside her door, and she ran out, and there was a police officer gravely injured in a car accident. He was on a call, and it was, what's his name?
Adam Buckner.
Adam
Officer
Buckner,
Adam Buckner.
and Adam Buckner passed away. And this young lady was troubled that this was the second or third accident that she's witnessed, and she could do nothing to help them. So she decided that she was going to become an EMT and applied for our scholarship, the first ever scholarship that was placed in the fall semester, and she's actively enrolled in the fall semester of that. A. B. She's been very close to Adam Buckner's mother. They met, and she told her how it touched her heart. It really hurt her that she couldn't do anything to help him. And anyway, we have an honor and sacrifice flag ordered for the Buckner family that we intend to gift this year.
So this year we'll be.
So how about that?
We'll be announcing this new scholarship that we're so excited about because it's an endowment scholarship. It's called the Jacob Dindinger Memorial EMT Scholarship, and it'll be there forever in Jacob's memory, and that's really heartwarming to his family, and we just feel it just fits into our mission so well of encouraging young people to consider these careers, whether it be military or public, through first responder and emergency services. These are honorable careers, and if we can help someone, and the Dindingers want to help someone expedite their career because they can't financially afford to attend the program, we love that this could make this happen quicker for them. So this scholarship will fund a fall scholarship and a spring scholarship, and because it's an endowment, it will be there forever. And
further, we intend
continue
to
to
add
fund
a
it.
military scholarship, either a military studies and/or to assist veterans that want to go back to school on the GI Bill and may need supplemental monies for books or whatever they may need. So
the
that's
Hero
our
Fund
intent.
has a lot of potential for us. We also support existing initiatives that support
Police
the well-being of our heroes, like Strength and Shield, which is
You guys familiar with that?
chaplaincy department here in the Marana Police Department.
Tim,
Dogs for vets, with service dogs for
Tim
veterans
Fain.
in Arizona. There's some
Detective
great.
Tim Fain.
There's all these people are honoring. All the people we support are also lifting up and supporting the same hero groups that we do, and they just do it a different way. And they're wonderful methodologies that they use. So. We're grateful that we can support them through our Hero Fund and then still create new initiatives like this EMT Scholarship.